believe change is inevitable. So it's never too late to make a difference as an individual. Cause we gotta do that to become better as a whole. All for one, and one for all.
Good morning, Wolfpack. How are you doing this morning? Good, I hope. Hope you have a great and amazing day. I hope this day brings you whatever it is that you've been longing for, wanting, you've been dreaming of. Hope this day brings you nothing but success and isn't stress. I don't know really what I'm going to talk about this morning. I named this topic Rooster Rambling because I just don't know what I want to talk about. So I'm going to ramble. Hopefully this morning you get something good out of this. So right now I got so many things running through my mind that I couldn't just pick one topic. Like I couldn't think about just one certain thing. I've been sitting here for at least 10-15 minutes trying to get my brain to focus on just one topic that would jump out to me and be like, okay, this is it. This is what I want to talk about this morning. And nothing. It's not focusing. But that's okay. That's alright, because I'm still doing this. I'm still, even though I don't have one specific thing to talk about, I'm still doing this. This morning, I'm out here sitting on my deck, which is not finished yet. Well, we'll start off with that. It's not finished, but it's getting closer. It's getting closer. I'm sitting on the back porch and just sitting there thinking, this is why can't I just sit out on the deck yet? One, because it's not finished, duh. But I'm like, just because it don't have a floor on it, don't mean, I can't sit out on it and just enjoy it. Envision the end product. So I got a board. It's actually one of the pieces to the stairs. I got a board. Put it on the frame of the deck, and I'm just sitting out here on the edge enjoying the morning. Normally, I listen to moto videos, inspirational videos when I first wake up, and I get some kind of inspiration from them about what I want to talk. And there's quite a few good ones this morning, but I didn't know exactly what I wanted to talk about. I couldn't get my brain to focus enough on one certain subject. Nothing was just leaping out at me. So I came out here to enjoy my deck, even though it's not finished, and just sit. And a few things come to mind that I think a lot of us, need to start doing this more. Not sitting on an unfinished deck, use it as a metaphor, but just because you ain't finished with something yet, just because it ain't done, just because that project or that goal or that dream or whatever it is, that, fear you've overcome, just because you ain't finished it yet and the end isn't in sight, doesn't mean you can't sit here and enjoy and envision and then actually think and be in the moment of understanding that it's all work in progress. But just because it ain't finished don't mean I can't come out here and enjoy it. Just because I'm not where I'm exactly want to be right now doesn't mean I can't sit here and think about what it's going to be like when I do get to where I want to be. One of my most favorite things Like I said, I'm rambling. But at least I'm doing something, right? At least I'm up. I did wake up at 5. Took me a little bit longer to get up out of bed, but I did wake up at like 5. Not 4:30 like I've been trying to get up at. I slept good last night, even though I still had to take a sleeping pill. I slept good. Was able to actually, get up. Wasn't groggy and everything like I usually am, and wanting to go back to sleep. My mind was, talking myself into not going back to sleep this morning. So that's definitely a win for the day. It ain't 4:30, but hey, 5 is close enough. Still ain't, on Eric Thomas's level where he gets up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And just sitting here doing one of my most favorite things. And just looking up at the sky. And it's kind of ironic that I'm out here sitting on an unfinished deck, looking up at the sky, listening to these annoying ass crickets that I know y'all hear every single morning. And listen to the cars go by. I'm looking up at the sky, and it's cloudy. It's still night there. It's still night. There ain't no sun up, but the sun will come out. I'm not going to sing that song. I'm just not going to do it. That Annie song. But I'm looking up at the sky. That's one of my most favorite things to do, is just look up at the night sky and see all the stars, and just be in awe. I don't know why I like doing that so much, but it is one of my most favorite things to do. But with it being cloudy, I can't see no stars. But that doesn't mean it's not there. It doesn't mean that they're not there. That eventually, I know, they're going to come out. Hopefully they'll come out tonight. Hopefully I'll be done with the deck flooring, and I'll be able to sit out here tonight and just look up at the stars and be out here tomorrow morning. Hopefully. If not, I'm still working on everything. But it doesn't mean that the stars aren't up there. They're just covered right now. Just because the sun's just because the sun's not up yet and out yet, doesn't mean that it ain't there and it ain't going to come. Just because I'm not finished with this deck yet, doesn't mean I'm never going to be. I may not see the end in sight yet. Yeah, I'm getting closer. I'm getting really close. And I'd have probably been there if it wasn't for the last couple days, probably the last 3 days, really. That if I would have continuously worked on it like I did for the past week every day for 6 to 8 hours, I would have probably had it finished by now. But there was definitely some times that I just got too tired. Yesterday, I worked on it as much as I could, and which probably wasn't even a whole lot. It was probably 5-6 hours that I worked on it, but it was so hot outside that I would work like literally for probably 20-30 minutes, and then I'd have to go sit inside with a fan on me and the air conditioning, because it was just so friggin' hot that within 20 minutes I was drenched in sweat. And I kept having to take breaks. And I was taking more and more breaks yesterday than I normally do. I kept thinking to myself a few times that, well, what the hell's going on? Normally I can work out in the hot sun all day and it not affect me. Or I can do this all day, not affect me, and work on the farm all day and in the sun and the heat, I like the sun and the heat. I don't like the cold. I don't like the winter. I don't like being outside at all friggin' during the winter when it's cold. But I realized the last couple days that I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm hurting. My back is aggravating the hell out of me. And going through all these learning lessons / parentheses, air quotes, mistakes. Like we said before, I'm trying to turn trying to stop saying mistakes and turn it into learning lessons. But like I said before, I've never done this before. I've also never sat out on a deck that I've built myself before. And that's the end goal. But looking back about this last probably week and a half, almost 2 weeks now, there's so many things that I've learned. And my dad was right the other day. I did do a live on Sunday that I forgot to actually put the podcast, so I'm gonna do that today. So it's gonna sound a little weird. It's gonna be mixed up to hear the morning motivation today and hear that I was doing the live on Sunday. I got busy and I forgot with the deck to actually upload it. I apologize for that. So I actually did 5 lives last week. So pretty proud of myself for that. I said before that I wanted to do a minimum of 3. Didn't mean I didn't want to, wasn't going to do more, but I was going to make sure I put it out at least 3 lives, not counting morning motivations, but 3 lives every week from now on. And it's just, I don't know. I feel good this morning. Yeah, it's an unfinished deck that I'm sitting on, but I still feel good about it. Don't mean that I can't enjoy it right now. Doesn't mean that I can't sit here and just enjoy the moment, listening to these annoying ass crickets, cars going by, looking up at the sky or a cloudy sky. I can't see the stars. Looking to see if the sun's coming up. Doesn't mean you can't enjoy stuff like this. Like I said, I don't really know what I wanted to talk about this morning, but I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna wait for the sun to come out a little bit so I can have some light, and I'm gonna get started on this deck this morning. Hopefully I don't run into no more problems, and I can actually sit on a finished deck later today. It's not supposed to be as hot as it was yesterday, thankfully. Hopefully, because we all know how the weatherman is. But if anything, if you take anything from this morning's morning motivation, I hope you have a great day. And whatever it is that you're trying to do, I hope you get one step closer to obtaining that goal. One step closer to catching that dream. One step closer to enjoying life. One step closer to making changes. One step closer to finishing this battle with these mental illnesses that you go through. I hope you really enjoyed today. I hope today is a day of success and it's not full of stress. Always remember 2 things, you guys. You are stronger than what you think, and you're not alone. Peace.
When I was just a young buck, mama always told me, son, keep your head up. I started hustling in the street cause I was fed up. At the age of 13, just trying to get my bread up. Didn't know my father, he was murdered in cold blood. That's why I have no remorse and never show no love. Hoping I piss you off, I really give 2 fucks. Burning my old bridges, trying to find me a new plug. And knowing that I needed to change, always taking from people who probably needed the same. But I was deep in the game and running deep with my gang. And if our pockets was low, then we was peeping your chain. Boy, gotta come up up somehow. Instead of running these streets from sun up to sundown, I gotta change my mindset. It ain't no wondering why now that it wasn't my time yet. And why we gotta learn the hard way, doing things that we know we ain't supposed to. And I'm gonna do whatever it takes to keep the devil on my back to get to where I'm going to. I can never get enough of that tough love. When push comes to shove, you can kick me while I'm down, but I'm gonna get back up. Never get enough of that tough love. When push comes to shove, you can kick me while I'm down, but I'm gonna get back up. Ha! What did you do?
What did you do?
This is what I did.
This is what I did.
Yeah, I followed through with the plans. Washing my hands, I'm through with chasing these bands. Found hope, put down dope, becoming a man. Picking up the number 2 and letting go of the grams. I never thought that I could make it this far, to eating caviar from stealing stereos from your car. You'd be a fool not to change and try and better yourself. Better quit while you ahead, don't get ahead of yourself. And in truth, you'll find peace and find me blowing on pine trees, trying to fill up a dime piece. No more popping my 9-piece or stopping the grind streets. Don't take life for granted, cause boy, you know your time's least. And life is what you make it. Better take the music that you dance to and face it. So next time a hater says you can't make it, let that be your motivation to show them that you was destined for greatness. And why we gotta learn the hard way, doing things that we know we ain't supposed to. And I'm gonna do whatever it takes to keep the devil on my back to get to where I'm going to. I can never get enough of that tough love. When push comes to shove, you can kick me while I'm down, but I'm gonna get back up. Never get enough of that tough love. When push comes to shove, you can kick me while I'm down, but I'm gonna get back up. You see, change is inevitable, so it's never too late to make a difference as an individual. Cause we gotta do that to become better as a whole. All for one, and one for all. And why we gotta learn the hard way, doing things that we know we ain't supposed to. And I'm gonna do whatever it takes to keep the devil on my back to get to where I'm going to. I can never get enough of that tough love. When push comes to shove, you can kick me while I'm down, but I'm gonna get back up. Never get enough of that tough love. When push comes to shove, you can kick me while I'm down, but